All right, welcome back. Today we are jumping headfirst into the Cape Town property market. And we're not just scratching the surface. We're on a mission to uncover those high-value investment spots that are, absolutely primed for some major growth as we head towards 2026. If you're hunting for the next big thing, you have definitely come to the right place. So let's just kick things off with the question that's probably on your mind right now. Where exactly are the real property hotspots in Cape Town's huge competitive real estate market? It's the big one, right? In this case, the sub 5 million rand question. And that's really the secret sauce, isn't it? It's not just about finding a decent property. It's about finding one in an area that has explosive growth potential before it smashes through that R5 million ceiling. That's the sweet spot we are laser focused on. Okay, so we're not going to keep you waiting. Let's get right to it. We're putting 3 very specific neighborhoods under the microscope today. I'm talking about the vibrant trio of Observatory, Woodstock, and Salt River. And trust me, each one has a totally unique vibe and a really compelling story for investors. Now, before we break them down one by one, just take a look at this. This slide gives you a fantastic snapshot, a real bird's eye view. You can see the average prices, you've got the projected annual growth, and those all-important rental yields. Keep these numbers in your back pocket as we dig into what makes each of these areas tick. Right, let's kick things off with our first contender, Observatory. We're calling it the creative hub, and for good reason. There is a serious buzz about this place, and it's not just hype. You see, Observatory's identity is crystal clear. It's just energetic. It's youthful. Being so close to the University of Cape Town makes it this natural magnet for students. And of course, the young professionals who thrive on that academic and creative energy. And here is the number that should really make your ears perk up. The average property price is sitting right around R2.1 million. Now, in a city as hot as Cape Town, that is a fantastic entry point for an area with this much going for it. But hey, it's not just about the price you pay today, it's about where it's going tomorrow. And the data is pointing to a really solid 6 to 8% projected growth year on year. That's consistent, strong appreciation. You gotta love that. Okay, now for all you buy-to-let investors out there, listen up. This is the crucial bit. The rental yields in Observatory, they're coming in at over 8%. That is a powerful return, and it's all driven by that constant, hungry demand from students and young pros. So what's actually fueling all this growth? Well, this slide lays it out perfectly. You've got ongoing gentrification, that process where an area gets a facelift with new investment, driving up property values. You've got a booming art scene, and of course that key location right near the university. It's all coming together to turn this neighborhood into a true hidden gem. All right, let's shift gears and head over to our next neighborhood, Woodstock. We're calling this one the undervalued powerhouse. Now, this area has been on people's radar for a little while, but the numbers suggest its biggest jump in value is actually still to come. What's so great about Woodstock is that it has a bit of everything. It's got this incredible mix of street culture, amazing mountain views, and a ton of new modern apartments popping up. Plus, you see development sites everywhere, which is a huge sign that the growth is far from over. Now, this chart is really interesting because it shows you the range. It just perfectly illustrates how accessible Woodstock is. I mean, you can find entry-level places starting around R$1.2 million, but the market also goes up toward R$3.9 million. So there's something for a lot of different investor appetites. But just look at this number. This is where Woodstock is an absolute standout. Rental yields between 8 and 11%. That is the highest of all 3 areas we're looking at today, and it screams that rental demand here is through the roof. And here's why. Its central location is a massive plus. Gentrification is happening, and it's happening fast. And those super low vacancy rates, that's your proof of the high demand. All the signs are pointing to an area that is just poised for a major, rapid surge in value. And that brings us to our final hotspot, Salt River, the emerging contender. Look, if Woodstock is the powerhouse, you can think of Salt River as the savvy investor's next smart move.
You see, the best way to understand Salt River is to look at Woodstock. It's right next door, and it's basically following in its footsteps. You've got the same urban energy, the same regeneration happening, but, and this is the key, at an even more affordable price for that amazing city center access.
And here it is, the headline figure, The average entry-level price is under our $2 million. This is what makes Salt River a genuinely overlooked hotspot. It's a place where you can still get in on the ground floor of the next big wave of growth. And don't think that lower price means lower potential. The growth here is just as strong as what we saw back in Observatory. We're talking a projected annual growth of 6 to 8%. This isn't just a budget choice, it's a really smart growth play. So let's just recap what makes Salt River so promising. It's all about that affordable access to the city, major regeneration projects that are underway, its huge appeal for young professionals, and, crucially, this emerging demand from first-time buyers who are getting priced out of other central spots. Okay, deep breath. Let's pull all that info together and figure out, what does it all mean for you? This is the big investor's takeaway, your cheat sheet for making that next move. Let's break it down real simple. If you want steady, reliable rental income from students and young pros, Observatory is your go-to. If you're chasing the highest possible rental yields right now and love that cultural vibe, you've got to look at Woodstock. And if you want the most affordable way in with massive upside potential, Salt River is your emerging star. But the main thing to remember is that all three are being supercharged by the same two things, being close to the city center and that powerful wave of urban regeneration. And so that just leaves us with one final big question to think about. With all the data pointing to some pretty explosive appreciation in these areas, you've got to ask yourself, which one of these hidden gems is the right fit to shine brightest in your portfolio by 2026?